watching GearZ, brought to you by Holly Performance Products, fuel your passion, and Cornwell Tools, the choice of professionals.
You know, one question that we get a lot is, how do I do my own metal work on my project? And that's a really good question, because not a lot of people are talking about it, and it's the one thing that virtually any project you find is gonna need some metal work. Now, most people's thoughts of doing metal work means you gotta have a big fancy shop and all kinds of expensive tools and gadgets. And that's a little bit of a misconception, because obviously tools are great, but if you don't know how to use them, it doesn't matter what you got or how expensive it is. Matter of fact, metalworking doesn't take a lot of fancy tools. So today we're gonna show you how to bump some metal using some basic bodyworking tools. Okay, the subject that we have here is a 1957 Jeep FC150. Not only because it's super cool and super rare, but also because it has all the typical damage that you're going to find on a vintage vehicle. From the typical dents and damage and wrinkles, to rust holes and corrosion, to the classic bullet holes, it's all here. All of which will eventually be repaired, but today, we are going to focus on getting rid of dents and damage like this. Now, to remove virtually any dent, obviously it needs to be pulled back out. And there's a couple different ways to do this. If you can get behind the damage, you can use a hammer and dolly to hammer it back out. If you can't get behind it, you'll have to use some sort of a slide hammer to get it out. But whichever way you go, the techniques are basically the same, and so is the goal: to remove the damage as quickly and easy as possible without making extra work for you. So the first thing you need to do is assess the damage and try to figure out what happened. Now, why is this important? Because the best way to remove a dent is in the reverse order of how it happened. So a lot of you guys will look at this and go, oh man, this is easy, dude. It took a shot right there with the impact going kind of like this. Well, there's a lot of evidence that's showing it went this way. Here it is. You can see this is where our first impact started. Now we know that because you see this crease that goes all the way around? It goes around that dent. So this part was first. Might even have happened on another day. So your main impact then went right here and created all this. So this is your main impact area. And then this is your secondary impact area, all of this stuff. And these are your ridges, and these are your valleys that happen in a dent where that metal does an accordion sort of thing and tries to figure out where to go.